Welcome back, coin collectors and enthusiasts. Today we're diving into the fascinating world of UK coins with a special spotlight on one of the most iconic, the 2 New Pence coin. These coins, minted under Queen Elizabeth II, may seem ordinary at first glance, but a few of them are incredibly rare and valuable. In this video, we'll reveal the top 5 ultra-rare UK 2 New Pence coins, their unique history, and what makes them worth so much. Let's jump right in. 2 New Pence. The 2 pence coin has been a staple of British currency since the decimalisation of the UK's monetary system in 1971. Before that, the British pound was divided into 240 pence, with a range of confusing denominations like shillings and crowns. Decimalisation simplified the system where 100 pence equals 1 pound. But what makes the 2000 version of this coin so special? Well, we first need to understand that, like many coins in circulation, this 2 pence piece was part of a long-standing tradition featuring Queen Elizabeth II on the side and the familiar depiction of the badge of the Prince of Wales on the reverse. Let's take a closer look at the design of this coin. On the obverse, or the front, we have a portrait of Queen Elizabeth II. This specific portrait is known as the 4th portrait designed by Ian Rank Broadley. You'll notice Her Majesty facing to the right, wearing the Girls of Great Britain. This portrait was used on UK coins from 1998 until 2015. Now, flipping the coin over on the reverse, we see the badge of the Prince of Wales, a classic design for the 2 pence coin. This badge shows 3 ostrich feathers emerging from a coronet with a ribbon below, which translates from German as "I serve." This design has been in use on 2 pence coins since they were first introduced in 1971. The material used in minting the 2 pence coin has changed over time. Originally, from 1971 until September 1992, 2 pence coins were made from bronze. But after that, due to rising metal costs, the Royal Mint switched to a copper-plated steel composition, which is what you'll find in the 2000 coin. So if you're holding a 2000 UK 2 pence coin, it's likely made of copper-plated steel. However, the shift in composition doesn't affect the coin's appearance, as both the bronze and copper-plated steel coins retain that iconic coppery color. Now let's talk rarity. Unfortunately, the 2000 2 pence coin isn't considered rare. In fact, millions of these coins were minted for circulation. The Royal Mint produced large quantities of the 2 pence coin every year to meet demand, and 2000 was no exception. So in terms of rarity, this coin is quite common. However, there's a key detail you might want to keep in mind. While the 2000 2 pence coin is common, collectors might still find some value in it, especially if it's in uncirculated condition. A coin that's never been used and is free from scratches or wear could fetch a higher price. An uncirculated 2000 2 pence coin might be worth around 50 pence to PS1, depending on the buyer and market demand. Additionally, if you come across an error coin, such as one with a minting mistake like an off-center strike or a double die error, you could have something that's worth much more. The error coins can sometimes go for hundreds of pounds at auction. So how can you check if your 2000 UK 2 pence coin is worth more than face value? First, take a good look at the condition of the coin. Is it shiny and uncirculated, or does it show signs of wear? If you're unsure, you can always get your coin graded by a professional. Next, look closely for any errors. Does the coin appear unusual in any way? An error coin can be a real treasure, so it's worth checking carefully. 1993 UK 2 New Pence. Now let's take a closer look at the 1993 UK 2 New Pence coin itself. On the obverse side of the coin, we have the familiar portrait of Queen Elizabeth II. The portrait was designed by artist Raphael Makhlouf and had been used on British coins from 1985 until 1997. The Queen is depicted wearing the Girls of Great Britain and Ireland tiara. Moving to the reverse side of the coin, we see the iconic depiction of the Prince of Wales feathers, accompanied by the motto Ich diene, which means "I serve" in German. This emblem has long been associated with the heir to the British throne, making the 2 pence coin part of British royal symbolism. Coins with the new pence inscription were generally replaced by 2 pence coins after 1982. However, the 1993 issue, along with a few others from the early 1990s, continued to bear the original new pence wording. Why? Most of these were minted for special sets, and a smaller number of them may have entered general circulation. This means that, depending on your luck, you might find a 1993 2 New Pence coin in circulation, though they're relatively uncommon compared to other 2 pence coins. So the big question is, how much is a 1993 2 New Pence coin worth today? In circulated condition, these coins usually have modest value, typically ranging from 10p to 50p. However, if you have a well-preserved example in uncirculated or mint condition, it could be worth a bit more. Prices for these better quality coins tend to hover between PS1 and PS5. If the coin comes from a special collector's set, the value could be even higher, depending on the demand and the set it originally came from. As always, the value of any coin depends on its condition, rarity, and the current market for collectors. Several factors can influence the value of the 1993 Two New Pence coins, such as condition. The better the condition, the higher the value. Mint condition coins fetch the highest prices. Rarity coins from 1993 that were minted for circulation are rarer, as many were part of special sets. Collector demand. If collectors are particularly interested in the new pence coins or coins from the 1990s, prices may increase. Always keep an eye on online auctions, coin dealers, and collector groups to stay updated on current values. The 1993 UK Two New Pence coin may seem like a small part of British coinage history, but it carries an interesting backstory and some value for collectors. Whether you have one in your collection or come across one in your change, it's definitely worth holding on to. 1971 UK Two New Pence. In 1971, the United Kingdom underwent a major change in its currency system known. Prior to this, British currency was based on the pounds, shillings, and pence system, which had been in use for centuries. But on February 15, 1971, also known as Decimal Day, the UK switched to a decimal currency system. This meant the introduction of new coins, including the 2 new pence, which was part of the early decimal coinage. The coin we're focusing on today was the very first of this kind, minted in 1971, and features the portrait of Queen Elizabeth II on the obverse side. Let's take a closer look at the design. The obverse, or front side of the coin, features a young portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, designed by Arnold Machine. This design was used on many British coins between 1968 and 1984. Surrounding her image, you'll see the inscription Elizabeth II DG, Reg, FD Latin for Elizabeth II, by the grace of God, Queen Defender of the Faith. On the reverse side, we have the badge of the Prince of Wales, featuring a plume of 3 ostrich feathers encircled by a coronet. Beneath the badge, you'll find the words New Pence and the number 2 indicating the coin's value. This reverse design was created by Christopher Ironside. Now, let's talk about what you've all been waiting for: the value of the 1971 UK Two New Pence coin. Since this coin was minted in large numbers and was in circulation for many years, it's generally not considered rare. However, its condition plays a key role in determining its value. If you have a well-circulated version, it's likely worth only its face value, about 2 pence. But for collectors, uncirculated or proof versions of this coin can be worth significantly more. A brilliant uncirculated coin could fetch between PS1 and PS3, while proof versions may sell for PS5 to PS10. In some rare cases, coins with errors or unique features might sell for higher amounts at auctions. So while the 1971 Two New Pence coin might not make you rich, it's still a valuable piece of British numismatic history, especially if you're a collector. It marks the beginning of the decimal era and features iconic designs that make it a great addition to any collection. 1975 UK Two New Pence. First, let's start with the obverse. The obverse of the 1975 Two New Pence coin features a portrait of Queen Elizabeth II. This particular portrait was designed by Arnold Machine, an influential British sculptor. His design was used on UK coins from 1968 to 1984 and depicts a young queen wearing the Girls of Great Britain and Ireland tiara, one of her most iconic pieces of jewelry. As you can see, the portrait is sharp, clean, and dignified. Surrounding the queen's profile, the inscription reads Elizabeth II DG. Reg FD, this stands for Elizabeth II Dei Gratia Regina Fide Fencer, meaning Elizabeth II, by the grace of God, Queen Defender of the Faith. Now, let's flip the coin to the reverse side. In the center, we have the iconic badge of the Prince of Wales. The badge consists of a plume of 3 ostrich feathers within a coronet, with a ribbon below that reads HDN, which translates from German to I serve. This badge has been associated with the title of the Prince of Wales for centuries. Above the badge, we see the words New Pence. This is significant because during the early years of decimalization, coins were labeled New Pence to distinguish them from the pre-decimal penny. The term New Pence was used on British coins between 1971 and 1981, after which it was changed to just pence. Let's take a moment to explore the historical context of this coin. The 1975 Two New Pence was minted during a period of great change in Britain's monetary system. In 1971, the UK transitioned to decimal currency, moving away from the old pounds, shillings, and pence system that had been in use for centuries. The Two New Pence coin was part of this new decimal coinage and remained in circulation for many years. So what about the value of this coin today? While the 1975 Two New Pence is not considered a rare coin, its condition and demand can impact its value. A well-circulated example, like most found in loose change, typically holds only face value around 2 pence. However, coins in uncirculated or proof condition can fetch higher prices from collectors. Prices for uncirculated coins range between PS1 and PS3, while proof versions can be worth even more, especially if part of a complete coin set. Here's a quick breakdown of the potential value of the 1975 Two New Pence coin. Circulated condition face value 2 pence. Uncirculated condition PS1 to PS3. proof condition PS5 to PS10 or more if part of a complete set. So while it may not be a rare find, the 1975 Two New Pence coin is a wonderful piece of British numismatic history. It marks an important era in the UK's transition to decimal currency, and for collectors, it's always a joy to have such coins in pristine condition. 2003 UK Two New Pence. Before we get into the specifics of the 2003 version, let's take a quick look at the history of the 2 pence coin. The 2 pence, or new pence, was introduced in 1971 as part of Britain's decimalization. Before this, the UK used the old PSSD system pounds, shillings, and pence. The new pence inscription on the reverse of the coin continued until 1981, after which it was changed to 2 pence. However, in 2003, the coin design retained the inscription 2 pence, marking a modern version of this historical coin. Now let's talk about the design of the 2003 UK 2 pence coin. On the obverse, we have the familiar portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, designed by Ian Rank Broadley. This version of her portrait was introduced in 1998 and remained in use until 2015. You can recognize this design by the distinct RB initials at the base of the Queen's neck. On the reverse, we have the traditional badge of the Prince of Wales. The badge features a plume of ostrich feathers encircled by a coronet, along with the German motto HDN, meaning I serve. This design has been used on the 2 pence coin since its first release in 1971. Now let's talk mintage numbers. In 2003, the Royal Mint produced over 104 million 2 pence coins, so it's not particularly rare. However, what makes some of these coins more valuable to collectors are the details, condition, and mint errors. Coins that have been kept in pristine, uncirculated condition are worth more than ones that have been circulated extensively. Also, keep an eye out for any minting errors. Coins with double strikes, off-center designs, or other production flaws can be worth significantly more to the right buyer. So what's the value of a 2003 UK 2 pence coin? Well, in circulated condition, most of these coins are only worth their face value 2 pence. However, if you have an uncirculated or proof version, or one with a minting error, it could